for an adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised.
Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey, it is Loveline indeed. I am Dr. Drew. He is Adam Carolla. The phone number here, 1-800-LOVE-191. He is the one that is co-hosting the Jimmy Kimmel live show, so he won't be in for a couple of minutes here. I am the one that's the board-certified internist, addiction medicine, yada, yada. So, thankfully, it's a couple of minutes here without Mr. Carolla, which I find to be a great relief. We can actually get some calls here and help some people out. I want to thank people tonight at the Romans bookstore in Pasadena where I had a book signing. It was really a lot of fun meeting people there. My book is called Cracked. How about that for opening the show tonight? Shameless plugs, but it's a book that I spent the last couple of years writing, and it's about my experiences dealing with addiction and disease that you guys know I think is important to understand. And I hope you will all support me and get that book and read it and learn from it, most importantly, or pass it to your friends and make them read it.
That's why you make the big bucks.
Yeah, thank you, Anderson. That's right. So in the meantime, we will get to the phones here. This is Heather, who is 16. Heather?
Hi.
Hey, what's going on?
Okay. My sister got on birth control from Planned Parenthood.
Good times.
Good times.
And they told us it was 95% accurate, and now she's 7 months pregnant.
Hang on a second, Heather. Well, if it's 95% what they put her on, there was a 5% chance that she got pregnant.
What are you going to do?
Let me just stop for a second here and just say that the virtual Adam is in the studio tonight.
Okay.
He is in the studio tonight.
Very nice.
What are you going to do?
There you go. Thank you. And, we don't really need Adam. We have this tape. We got about 5 or 6 drops, and that pretty much represents...
He's a big boy.
Yeah, it pretty much represents his role in the show. But, Heather, what pill was she taking?
Orthocycline, I think it's called.
Tricycline.
Hey, it takes all kinds.
It does take all kinds, but that's more like about 99.97% effective. There's a tiny percent of it not working, and the overwhelming probability is if it didn't work, just she didn't use it properly, or she was on some other medication or something like that.
Oh, okay.
She missed a pill or something, because, you can get pregnant with a birth control pill if you don't use it absolutely perfectly. But you really aren't going to get pregnant if you use it properly, all right?
Yes.
All right.
I have another question.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, I have really bad, throbbing kidneys. Sometimes I get, a really bad throbbing in my kidneys.
Good times.
And I don't like, it's not so much painful as it is uncomfortable, but I know there's a lot of history of kidney failure on both sides of my family.
Good times.
From what? Do you have something called polycystic kidney disease in your family?
Yeah, yes.
All right, listen, if you have polycystic kidney disease and you have pain in your back, you've got to get an ultrasound of your kidneys. It's actually very important that you look into it a little bit.
Okay.
Although I thought this was the men that got that, but be that as it may, it's a serious issue. Polycystic kidney disease is something that's familial transmission. It is a very serious disease. You need to know about it.
What are you going to do?
All right?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, good luck there. Tyler, 22.
Hey, Drew.
Dude, what's going on?
How's it going, man?
Excellent.
Long time.
In fact, as the show goes along here, it's feeling better and better. I mean, being unencumbered, the albatross.
The cyber Adam.
Whoa.
I mean, do you need anything more than that?
No, it's as much as I love Adam, and I've been a listener, to the tune of 8 years. But cyber Adam Anderson, it's the best ever.
Hey, you're a prick.
Okay. So what's going on, Tyler?
First off, Drew, I love your book, Cracked. I got it the first day and read it in one sitting, and I think it really shows a human aspect of what you do.
God bless you. Thank you. And I hope you learn about this disease too, because I just see this disease as such a metaphor for what so many people are struggling with. Anyway.
Yeah, it really is. And,
well, I appreciate the support with that. I really do. It's something that I poured myself into for a long, long time, and it finally came together, and now we'll be able to read it.
I hate doctors.
So,
just real quick, the good thing is that as a listener, you hear the nightly stuff that you deal with the callers, but the book really shows you what you do during the day.
That's my day job. That's right.
It's definitely another side that I'm really glad the public gets to see it.
Well, thanks.
Anyway, the question I have is, I've been listening to the show for so long, and I know the importance of the morning after pill, and I think that should be in every medicine cabinet across the country and every
God bless.
country. And
yes.
It's emergencies, that's what it's there
for. That's right.
But what can I do as a man to get the pill to keep it on hand? Because I know the medicine is not for me. So will pharmacists dispense it to me because it's not for myself?
He's a big boy.
I don't know how it will work in terms. Well, no, in terms of pharmacies that can dispense it without a prescription. Say, if you were to go in there and say, "Look, I'd like the prescription," whether or not they're covered for that, I bet they're not, but a doctor can give it to you.
Because I know in California, I don't think you need a prescription, correct?
You don't now, but the pharmacist has to have an agreement with a doctor in order to be able to give it. And I don't remember in those agreements whether or not it's possible for a male to be prescribed. I have no problem with it. Again, I think certainly if you came to my office, I'd take care of it. I'd give it to you.
Well, the point was, of course, just not to abuse it, just have it on hand. In case
of course. Yeah, really, you want to drop a few orthonovum, a couple of Prevens.
Exactly,
Good times.
Good times. But, so I guess just what should I do? Just try and...
I would just call Planned Parenthood, call your doctor, call local pharmacy, and, see if there's one that has such an arrangement, and... game on.
Good time.
Yeah, I think it's great. It's great that you're doing that.
And I mean, just real quick, I know Anderson hates the boogie and the shuffle because they're old. But has he worked on anything himself?
Anderson?
Anderson? I know you got the Millionaire song, but what about something for Drew?
Yeah, I'm working on something for Drew right now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's been for like 3 years, though.
Yeah, you've been around for a while.
Hey, Tyler, you got to stop listening, man. You listen way too much. Relax.
I know, and don't play the Who Cares to get me off here, okay?
Whatever. All right, Tyler, take care.
Thanks a lot.
Bye. Here is Melissa, 23. Melissa?
Yes?
What's going on?
Not much.
You're on the air.
Hi. Yeah, I have a question. I've been seeing my boyfriend for about a year and a half now, and I'm a full-time student, and I graduate in a year. And we've been discussing plans for our future, and I either have a choice. I can either stay here with him or get my master's somewhere else, and I'm wanting to pursue my further education.
To follow your career. Really. You're young. Come on. What's the hurry? And the fact that, when you're really ready to get married, you shouldn't have such ambivalent feelings. It should be just obvious to you what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? You still clearly have other unfinished business.
Right.
Right? Come on, it's hard. It's just painful. That's what's keeping you from moving on, is that it's so painful to let go. But
yeah, that's
the fact is, look, you've got some specific career objectives. You need to get that stuff finished now before you start having kids and settling down, all these other things, other responsibilities that will take you away from completing your training. Finish your training, all right?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, problem solved, no problem. Jessica, 18.
Yes.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
What?
Yes.
Am I supposed to ask my question now?
That'd be good. That'd be great.
Just do it!
Okay. I've been with this guy for like 5 months.
Been with this what?
This guy for like 5 months.
5 months. All right. You're 18. Yeah.
Yes. And he was with a girl that was kind of slutty before me.
He was with a slutty girl before you.
Yeah. Like
Okay.
he got her pregnant, so they were having
Good
sex without
times.
condoms. And I don't know how to go about asking him to get tested.
Well, one of the things you've got to understand, are you sexually active with him yet?
We've only done it twice, but yes.
With a
I
condom?
want to be.
With a condom.
Yes, definitely.
All right. First of all, wouldn't the best time to have him tested before you actually have sex with him? Wouldn't it be the best time?
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
figured since we were using protection.
All right, you reduced the risk, but the best time would have been before, A.
Yeah.
B, you got to remember, you hold all the goods, Jessica.
Yeah.
You are in the driver's seat. All you got to say is, you know what? We're not having sex anymore until I know for sure. I just I can't get into it. Tell him I can't. I need peace of mind. Maybe go together. Maybe it's time for your pap smear. Go to student health service. Are you in college now?
But it's hard because he's a very quiet and keeps to himself.
Oh, well, in that case, then forget it. just put it out there. It's a reasonable thing to ask for, and if you can't ask for it, keep wearing a condom. Be very fastidious and understand that you're putting yourself in some risk. But
yeah.
If he doesn't have any symptoms, the probability of having anything serious is rather quite low. But I think it's great that you want to be completely safe with it, or at least diligent about it. And just ask for that. You hold all the goods. This is what I can't get women to understand. And why don't women understand this? They hold all the goods. They got all the control, especially when it comes to young males that they're sleeping with.
Mm-hmm.
They could say, look, until you sail around the world, no more. That's it. Then they'll be back in a few weeks. They'll do it. Really, they're fine. They're fine. They aim to please. All right.
Okay.
All right. Good luck.
Thanks.
All right. This is Sarah, who's 23. Sarah,
Yes?
what's going on?
Okay, first I wanted to start off with, I did get your book, and I absolutely love it.
Oh, Sarah, thank you.
Yeah, I'm about halfway through it.
It's cool, isn't it?
I wanted to start off with that, huh?
Thanks. It's called Cracked. If anyone wonders what the book is she's talking about, Amazon.com. No, it's funny. I've never, ever created anything that I wanted people to buy. And this, I spent so much and put so much into this, and there's so much information I want people to get. I want them to get this thing. So what's going on?
Okay, I was wondering if is there such a thing as, a love addict?
Yeah, in fact, most women that come into sexual addictions come through love and relationship compulsion and addictions.
Okay, and I'm also wondering, what can somebody do to get over that? Because I think I might be a love addict.
Well, are you addicted to anything else? You been a drug addict at all?
No, I have. Like, when I was, 15 years old, I did experiment with drugs and, got addicted and then, got away from that.
What did you get addicted to?
I was, started off with marijuana, of course, and then went on to crystal.
All right. And were you traumatized growing up? Did you have any sexual abuse or anything like that, or abandonment?
Not sexual abuse that I could remember, but I was physically abused by my father.
Were you abandoned? Did your dad take off?
Excuse me?
Were you abandoned at one point?
Yeah, he committed suicide when I was like 17 years old.
That's about as abandoning as you can get. He checked out. Okay. All right, and he was an alcoholic, yes?
Oh, yeah, he did everything. He was an alcoholic, drug user. He did everything.
Yeah. All right, well, all that is kind of the substrate, the setup for sex and love addiction. And I clearly you were also an addict, but your disease didn't progress to the point that it sort of had its own momentum to it. You were able to control it for whatever reason. But now the biology and the impulses have reemerged in relationships. And you are in Arizona, and one of the world's leading institutions for the management of this problem is, I think it's outside of Tucson. It's called the Meadows. Look up the Meadows on the web and give them a call and see what kind of resources they have in your vicinity. There may be 12-step programs that are free. So check out the Meadows, all right?
Okay.
All right, the Meadows. And it needs treatment, Sarah, because this will get you in a lot of trouble as life goes along. You know what I'm saying? You'll make bad choices. You'll be victimized. You'll be a victimizer. It will not be pleasant.
Yeah, I have the tendency to, think sex is actually love, and I just, act on that, and, nothing matters to me but that, and, always find myself falling into that.
You might also sign on. There's a website, ncsac.org, the National Society for Sexual Addiction and Compulsivity, sort of addresses a lot of this stuff as well. There's another Sarah, 19.
Hi.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm just thinking that I'm good, and I had a book signing tonight. That makes me happy. And it's 12 minutes and 50 seconds. That's 4 seconds for the 13th minute after the hour. And we've done more calls in the 13 minutes than we've done in the last 3 nights with Adam here. That's good times.
All right.
All right. So what's going on?
I had a question about hypnosis.
Yeah.
And if you think it would be worth my time. When I was 11, my father had run off when I was 3 or 4. And all of a sudden he popped into my life again. And he wanted to take me out Christmas shopping, and my mom had this huge deal about it, wouldn't let me go, and I didn't understand why, and she broke out a police report. And she told me that whenever I was 4 years old, they were getting a divorce, and I basically told my grandmother, and they told the authorities that I was being abused by my father sexually.
Okay.
And I have no memory of this, and I think they diagnosed me as post-traumatic, I guess. And
have you had to go into psychiatric hospitals and that sort of thing in your teen years?
I can't remember. As far as I know, since when I was little, you're the first professional I've spoken to.
Okay, so you've been okay. You've had no problems or anything.
Well, I've begun to notice that it's starting to affect my relationships and just, I guess, insecurities that I have from.
Well, it's hard to know. Just having your dad be gone, at a young age, can have an impact on that too.
Well,
so you're wondering, did this really happen or didn't it? Right?
Yes, and the importance is my father has decided that he wants to be a part of my life all of a sudden, and the man has told me, we've talked about it. He looks me right in the eye and says, "Oh, I swear I've never done this, and it didn't happen." But the man's a liar. I mean, he's just not a very truthful person to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, when I get married, do I want this person at my wedding? If I have children, do I want this person around my children?
And you've had stable relationships
No.
in recent years? No.
No, I don't think I ever have had one.
You have very chaotic relationships.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter whether you can remember it or not. It doesn't really matter if it did or it didn't happen. If it did, it leaves an implicit imprint on how your brain works and how you relate to other people when you don't have an explicit memory of it. Although that's kind of unusual not to have a memory of something at that age.
I have dreams that I've had, recurring dreams since I was a child. I have had this dream where I run through, like, The Princess and the Pea, the story where the mattresses are stacked up really high, and I turn into a basement, and it's full of mattresses stacked to the ceiling, and I'm running from somebody. And I climb up a ladder to the top of the mattress.
You've had a traumatized childhood, there's no doubt about that, but whether you've had severe trauma, it sort of remains to be seen. Just the fact that you have difficulty in relationships and that you're interested and you're insightful and you're smart, why don't you go get some standard, basic therapy, just the run-of-the-mill, individual psychotherapy where you can sort of re-explore what your feelings are in a close relationship like that and see what emerges.
Okay.
And see if you can sort of rewire a little bit. I think that's what you owe yourself, right? And whether it happened or didn't happen is irrelevant. It's just less reliance on the old implicit structures that are left in place by the traumatic family system from which you emerged. Okay?
All right. Well, thank you.
Okay. Amanda, 14.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was wondering why guys have nipples.
Yeah, poll in the room. Why do guys have nipples? Everybody says. Anybody? Ann looks horrified by the question. Do you want Doug not to have nipples? No, you want him to have nipples, I see.
I'm just wondering why nipples. Like, there's no use for them. Like.
Yeah, I know. All mammals have them.
Yeah.
And it's part of being a mammal. It's just they aren't activated by the estrogens, so they don't produce anything or do anything.
Okay.
It is some, I don't know, frankly, and it is clearly some evolutionary remnant of some aspect of how our genetics emerged. And women need them. That's how we, in the wild, that's how we fed our young, right?
Drew, isn't it because we all start off as girls and then we become guys?
We do all start off as girls, but still, from an evolutionary standpoint, why didn't we get rid of them a long time ago? Why didn't the Y chromosome do away with the nipples in the male? And there must be some reason. It must have some evolutionary purpose, or maybe it's just like the appendix, just one of them things. Okay?
Adam's opinion.
What?
What's Adam's opinion?
Adam isn't here.
Not that.
To hell with that. Heather, 15.
Hi.
Hey, what's going on?
Hi. Well, my little brother, I'm pretty sure, is smoking marijuana on a regular basis.
Yeah.
And I want to help him without getting my parents involved. Because I feel he'll reject the help if I get my parents involved. But he has a lot of
listen, if you were my daughter, I would be beside myself if you didn't let us do our job, which is parenting.
Okay. Well,
and you can't do it. I mean, all you can do is go to Alateen and sort of learn how to manage your own relationship to his disease. He's not likely to do anything. How old is he?
He just turned 14.
And he's smoking every day?
Yeah, but I think he gets it from my dad.
Oh, good times.
Yeah.
Well, what about alerting somebody at school?
Well, my mom and my dad are divorced, and I have a stepdad, but he gets it from my real dad, and we don't live with him. So I could tell my real parents about it, but, I'm afraid he'll run away or something.
He'll run away?
Yeah.
Yeah, again, unless your parents are not capable parents, they need an opportunity to do their job.
No, they are. I don't know, I'm just a little worried about it.
If he runs away, there will be consequences, hopefully, and he will get to the appropriate care.
Well, okay.
And by the way, kids don't tend to run away, and at least certainly not stay away, unless they're getting abused at home. Is he getting abused in some way?
No, not at all. We have my mom and my stepdad are really good people. It's like my dad though that I think he gets his pot from him, and he doesn't.
I understand your dad's an a-hole.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I understand. I'm sorry about that, but I think your fantasy that he's going to run away is just that fantasy.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, could we both go to Alateen? Would it be a good idea?
He needs to go to. Well, it's really hard to treat that age group. Mm-hmm. It's something that. Oh, Adam is on the phone here. How about that?
Adam.
But it's something that, if he's going to get treatment, he needs to be supervised, in a regular relationship with a professional for a long period of time. And
is marijuana addictive? Because people.
For some people.
Okay.
I treat marijuana addiction every day in my program.
Okay.
Not for everybody. For some people, it's no big deal. But for a certain percentage of people, it's profoundly addictive.
Okay.
All right?
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay. Bye-bye. This is now Adam Carolla.
Hey, buddy.
Dude, what's going on?
I'm just leaving the Jimmy Kimmel show. I'm actually just a couple blocks away.
Good times.
Should be there.
We had the virtual Adam in the studio. We didn't actually know you weren't here.
Oh, really? Yeah. With virtual Adam, you don't need me anymore.
It's good times.
What are you going to do?
Well, now, I was going to pull into the studio, but I'm just going to keep driving until I hit the ocean now.
They went by your house today.
Oh, you did?
Beirut.
Good times. Hey, Drew, did I just call you on your personal line, or are we on the air?
It's my personal line. What are you talking about?
All right, buddy. Listen, I'm going to need those. I'm going to need that Darvis set. You know what I'm saying, brother?
You need me to score?
Yeah, I need you to score. All right, listen. I'm pulling up into the parking lot right now. You want to just go to commercial?
We will take a break. We made it this far without you. God, I don't know how, but we've done it.
You made it with virtual Adam.
Yeah, we'll see you here in a second. All right.
All right, buddy boy.
All right, good times. So Adam will be in here, and we'll be right back.
Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam, not the virtual Adam, but the real Adam. In the studio, phone number 1-800-LOVE-191.
How do we tell the difference?
I think virtual Adam is funny.
Okay, yeah.
Real Adam is long-winded and boring.
Got it.
All right? Get the difference? Everyone listen to me.
Tonight?
Yeah.
What's up with my mic? I sound like I'm in a tin can?
No, you sound fine.
All right.
I guess. I'm sorry I'm late. I've been... Jimmy Kimmel Live. Been going to do guest hosting, or not guest hosting, but sidekicking all this week. Yeah, they didn't. I'm sort of the bullpen over there. When they can't find somebody, they go to the ace man. Comes out of the bullpen.
Did you want me to work this week?
Mm-hmm.
You asked me about.
Drew, what are you doing? You trying to get to your nuts?
My truss.
What are you doing?
My hernia has come back.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Mine's moved. Now I got two. I got one on both sides.
Good times.
Yeah, it's bad times, though, really. Drew, I've never heard Drew complain so much, and after his hernia surgery.
What's going to be next is going to be a big surgery.
For you?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Why?
Because this one didn't hold.
So what do they do now?
They got to open the whole abdomen up and reconstruct. And
Can't they just
bad times?
Can they give you some orthopedic underpants or something?
That's what I'm monkeying with here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
you want to see it?
Going for your junk.
No,
do you have?
It's ridiculous.
Well,
Michelle, look the other way, man.
All right. Drew's dropping his trousers as we speak.
Look at this thing.
Oh my God! Look at
boring
that.
bit.
Holding.
Drew's wearing a man diaper.
That's right.
A nice tight man diaper.
Belt.
This is what happens, everyone. When you get older, you have to wear certain things just to keep your guts inside of you.
In your body.
That's nice. And later, you just crap all your organs and intestines right out of your ass, right? You know, it's funny. I was just thinking about this, but I was looking at the newspaper today, and a woman, I think she's from California, she made it to 110 years old, and she died today. But they always do that interview with them at 108, and it's always the same question. What's the key to longevity? And it's always, and I'm not exaggerating, she takes a shot of vodka every day, she smokes. It's always like, why bother asking?
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's always the same person. Like the guys that are into the wheatgrass and the early morning jogs, they buy the farm at like 55.
Yeah.
They just find them by the side of the road, clutching their chests. They got their fanny pack and their Bota bag that's filled with their sports drink. Dead. The people who chew tobacco, drink tap water, and cook with a lot of bacon fat, they're smoking non-filter cigarettes. They're 110 years old. What is that, Drew? Genetics, right?
It's genetics, right. And
why do we talk to them about how long they should live? And isn't it a dangerous message when you talk to them and they're like, so what is the key to long life? I smoke, I drink, and I do a little heroin, just a little heroin. And then I eat a lot of trans fatty foods, a lot of chips, a lot of Oreos and Hydrox. It's like, oh, what are we supposed to do then? Do that? Is that the plan?
Right.
Or is it just? It's like when they interview the models. Like, well, what are your keys to beauty? I think a lot of really good and positive thoughts. Oh, okay, that's why your nose is perfect. I see. That's why you have such a great ass. All right. I'm just saying, don't interview the people. Some people make it to 110. Some people die at 38. That's just God's will. Yes, Drew?
God's will.
All right. That's what I like. I train you well. You just repeat the last two words of every one of my sentences.
Every one of your sentences.
Perfect.
There
you go. All right, here we go.
It has to be a complete sentence.
That's true. All right. Sorry. I talked to Wilmer Valderrama, by the way, who was a guest on Jimmy's show tonight. Big fan of this show and dying to come back. So he'll be here in about 6 years. No, we'll talk to him and get him in here. Chris?
Yeah.
You're 18?
Yeah.
What's up?
Well, me and my girlfriend have been they've been kind of serious for the last 6 months. And I just turned 18 on September 3rd, and that was the first day we had sex without a condom.
Mm-hmm.
And it's she keeps telling me she wants me even more, that she can't have me without a condom, and I really don't know what to do. And the whole birth control thing, she's scared to go do it because it says it might change her hormones. Is that true?
Well, if she's going to get pregnant, that's going to change her hormones.
But I like the idea that as a birthday gift, she let you F her without the Jimmy.
She's probably pregnant now.
Right? I hope not, because we've had sex quite a few times since my 18th birthday, and her parents would press charges if they found out that I did that.
What in the world would make you think she's not pregnant?
Well, we did the whole pull out before you're done, but I'm kind of worried because, sometimes it comes out a little bit during.
Yeah. The pull out before you're done is sort of the pull out when you're half done. When you feel the first two jizz salvos leave your penis, that's your cue to pull out. That's why it never works.
It never works as there's a pre-cum anyway. So look, this is ridiculous, Chris. What do you?
And I can't believe you went this long and had protected sex, and then just decided to throw caution in the wind. Yeah.
Well, it's she's acting so much different. She
probably wants to get pregnant.
She's never done that before.
Oh, it's
bogus.
bogus.
Hold on. Yeah, it just smells bogus to me.
Yeah.
What's he asking?
Yeah, she's just acting so different.
Yeah, I nailed her 1,000 times with a condom, and then I turned 18, and I've been nailing her nonstop without a condom.
Yeah.
What's the question? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What are we going to do?
It's bogus. You're right.
Yeah. Chris, bogus, buddy. Sorry. Don't buy it. Yeah. Nice try.
Nice try.
Actually, fairly weak try. Fairly weak.
But with gusto and verve.
Yes.
Well,
all right.
What do I do about it? How do I go about it?
I love the way they go back around.
Chris, just admit it's bogus so we can get on with our lives.
Oh, it's not bogus. That's not it at all. I just don't know what to do about it because I can't control it. When she goes all out and I can't stop and I'm worried and
don't have sex with her without birth control. That's how you can control it.
Right.
And it doesn't mess with her at all? At all?
Yes, they're hormones, and most of the women in this country take them. And pregnancy pregnancy kills people routinely. Birth controls never do.
Right. Dad finds out she's pregnant and kills you. That's how it happens. How old is she?
She's only 16.
All right. I don't know if it's bogus or not. It sounds bogus. I think he's talking to somebody else. Here's the thing. Get on birth control. A lot of chicks, and I'm surprised in this day and age, they're all freaked out about weight gain or their skin or water retention. First off, you get all that times 1,000 if you get pregnant.
Times 1,000? Absolutely.
I just said that.
I repeat the last two words.
Oh, yeah, times 1,000. That's right. I'm sorry. I forgot my own decree.
That's right. I said it with such feeling that you lost track of it.
I know. I thought you couldn't act. You hanging with those Olsen twins has changed you. You're really a fine actor now. You're really a thespian now, Joe. Okay, yes. Times 1,000.
Times 1,000.
There you go. All right, and you can have stuff adjusted. They got all. We had Dr. Ben come in here in your absence last week, and he was showing patches and hoops that were dipped in progesterone,
all
and
kinds of stuff.
There's 1,000 good things out there.
Absolutely, and it's a seriously. Women used to die of pregnancy routinely in childbirth. 20%, 30% of women could expect to die in childbirth. We lost track of that somehow, and then there's this sort of fear that somehow something bad is going to happen from the pill. The reality is, current evidence suggests that being on the pill has medical advantages: less ovarian cancer, less endometrial cancer, less bone disease, less pelvic inflammatory disease. So there's compelling reason to take it.
Compelling reason to take it.
No, I repeat. It doesn't work when you do it.
All right, I'm sorry. Aaron?
Hi.
You're 23?
That I am.
What's up?
Welcome to the show, Adam.
Thank you. It's great to be back.
Well,
I'm having a pretty difficult time not being in a relationship, a long-term relationship. I've always been in one since I hit puberty. And I'm single now, and I initiated that on my own. However, I'm just having a hard time dealing with it.
How long you been single?
Just since the end of July.
So it's not been that long, a couple of months.
But enough to feel it. That's good.
Yeah.
That's an important exercise that everyone needs to go through.
Why'd you get single? Why'd you dump the guy?
Well, we were engaged. I was with him for 4 years, and he just wasn't going anywhere in life, had no motivation, would play computer games 24 hours a day, and I just wasn't happy anymore, and there was no sex involved, and it just wasn't going anywhere, so I decided to leave him.
Here's the whole thing, too. A guy can coast in a relationship for years, maybe a lifetime.
Yeah.
I really can. A woman will be like, "What's up? We don't hold each other. You never look into my eyes. What about those surprise picnics?" Yeah. Guys can be in a relationship and just keep it on life support. Like the relationship can be in a coma. Yeah. And the guy be completely fine with that for years.
Yet those guys we still have altered lives going on. They're the guys that are building model trains and on the web a little too much and Dungeons and Dragons. There's a whole other life they're leading that they're
they don't need the relationship to get into their Stratego game. Right. They're playing over the net with a guy in Beijing.
That's right.
Right, the reality of that.
Yeah.
All right, so look, you're single. It's good for you. It's a little painful. Every time there's a little pain in life, a little growth occurs. Yes, Drew?
A little growth occurs.
Right. No, growth occurs. All right, so that's where you're at, Aaron. That's fine.
It's just interfering, though. I'm trying to concentrate on school, and I can't because I'm looking on personal ads, and I'm looking for a date, or I'm dating guys that aren't good for me, and I know that they're bad for me, but I still do it.
Yeah.
Is your dad bad?
No, not at all.
Are you sexually addicted, do you think?
I didn't have sex, though. When I'm in a long-term relationship, I don't want it. I want it with other people, and then when I leave the boy or the man or whoever, I'll go have sex with, I'll be sexually compulsive with random guys.
Okay.
That's healthy.
Yeah, Aaron.
I know.
Yeah, how about a little therapy?
A little therapy, yeah. Both of us came to that same conclusion simultaneously.
I've had therapy.
Yeah. How long did you stay with it?
Well, it's been on and off since. I've been diagnosed with anxiety disorder, and I'm on Zoloft. I take Zoloft, and it's helped immensely.
And you're still sexual, huh? Zoloft kind of shuts you down a little bit.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know.
The therapy, we're talking like for couple years with somebody, really get a relationship going.
Yeah, that whole I tried it.
It's zero. That to me is less than I never did it.
Yeah.
Because it says I did it and I didn't do the work. I resisted.
Right.
Because they said, I did it for 6 years and I got as far as I could. Okay, I understand that, but I tried it a while and then it wasn't for me. That's BS.
Yeah, it's not like it's a tongue sandwich and you had a bite and you didn't care much for it. No. That's not how it works. You got to hang in for a while. The fact that you don't want to do it is actually the part that means something is working.
It's the whole adage. You go when you really don't want to go is when you got to keep going.
That's right. Got to keep going.
Got to keep going. Ooh,
Gene.
Yeah.
What happens if we start echoing each other just back and forth?
Echo.
Back and forth.
Echo. Gene?
Yeah.
You're 14.
Yeah, I am.
What's up?
All right, I want to know why you're always bagging on Bakersfield, dude.
Oh, because it seems like such a hellish place.
Dude, it's
played
not.
Bakersfield.
Everybody who calls from Bakersfield is like trapped under a trailer with a possum gnawing at their foot, and they got an abusive stepdad who's in boxer shorts and slippers, who's like beating everyone with a belt.
Well, actually,
checking
not
a
really.
still. Yeah, that's when I close my eyes and picture Bakersfield. That's what I picture.
Well, dude, there's not even possums here, really.
No possums in Bakersfield?
Gene, have you ever lived?
That's all going to change when I'm in charge, by the way.
Have you ever lived anywhere else?
Yeah, actually, I have.
Where?
In a dumpster.
Fresno?
No, I've lived in Seattle, Washington. I've lived in Crescent City, California.
Really? And you look at Bakersfield as a step up from those places?
Yeah.
Really? What is your dad the mayor? You got a nice pad over there?
No, my dad lives in another city.
Oh, okay, buddy. Well, let's look. Here's all I'm saying about Bakersfield. People in Riverside make fun of people in Bakersfield. That's all you need to know.
That's all you need to know.
That's the most insulting thing you can say about a city. All right, so what are you in, junior high?
No, I'm freshman.
No, all right. How you doing?
I'm okay.
All right. You doing okay in school?
Yeah, sorta.
You just started the 9th grade?
Yeah.
Now, in Bakersfield, it only goes up to 9.5, right?
No, actually.
You're gonna graduate in 4 months?
No.
No.
I'm gonna graduate for like 8 years.
8 years?
Yeah.
You know what I love about Bakersfield? They do that Baker math.
No.
They factors in being held back.
No. They factor in junior college.
Oh.
Just automatically.
Oh, I see.
You like that? That was good.
Yeah, smart. Gene?
Like 4 years for high school, 4 years for college. 8 years.
Where are you going to go to college?
I'm thinking maybe actually Colorado Springs.
All right. Well, that's
Colorado
good.
State?
Yeah.
Yeah. You go there and be a Ram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right there, buddy boy. Hey, good luck to you.
Yeah, could you stop bagging on Bakersfield, please?
I'll think about it.
Thanks.
No, I decided not to. Look, if people would start calling from Bakersfield and say things like, my dad bought me a new car and I scratched it up on the one of the parking posts by the library, and it's not that he's violent or he has a strong temper or anything. It's just I love him so much and respect him so much. I'm scared that I'll let him down by telling him.
When he gets back from
I will change
the
my
symphony
mind.
practice,
That's right.
He puts his viola down, and Ida can't break his heart
Right,
that
but
way.
when my mom's latest boyfriend is cooking up crack in the kitchen, and he's using my kid sister's Easy Bake Oven to make it into brownies, then you got to say something. That's how it goes, Drew. All right, we're going to take ourselves a little break. And we'll be right back.
Right back.
There, buddy. Loveline, I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. All righty then. Let's see. We got a doctor coming in later this week who does the vaginal rejuvenation, does the... I wonder if he does the hymen replacement.
Probably. He does gender reassignments.
Gender reassignment. Oh, boy. That is... that's such a euphemism. It's like, okay, penises over here, vaginas over there, boobs in the middle.
And you're all reassigned.
Yes.
New deployment.
Please, people, penises. I'm going to need you over where the vaginas are. Vaginas, going to need you with the penises. Boobs, we'll have to lop you off. Oh, my God. I mean, to me, it's like someone saying, I want arm reassignment. You know, It doesn't... See, this is the whole thing. Like, their argument... And he's going to come in here and maybe he'll make some kind of compelling argument as to why he does this and how he can sleep at night. But in my humble estimation, people that want their penises cut off are nuts. They're just nuts. That is a serious disorder. And there's people out in the world who think they're Jesus Christ, and there are people who think they're Napoleon, and there are others that think their parents are trying to kill them. There's all kinds of people that think all kinds of things. There's a certain group that thinks they're women trapped inside a man's body. But just like the guy who thinks he's Jesus, you wouldn't nail him to a cross and try to make his wishes come true. You'd try to get the guy some therapy and fix him. Now, their thing is like, well, these people are perpetually depressed because they believe. Here's what I always say. What if I thought my left arm was possessed?
Or it made you depressed.
Or it made me depressed. I felt like I shouldn't have an arm there. Would you cut it off as a doctor? Just really just get out the scalpel and take the arm off because I think that it's possessed or it's making me depressed. Really? Or would you just give me some therapy? To me, I'd rather have the left arm gone than the junk.
Yeah.
That's a bigger move. You know what I'm saying, Drew?
Yeah, yes. Right. There couldn't be a bigger move.
All right. Anyway, I got questions. I want to know how much it costs and who's paying for it.
How they do it. We'll find all about it. Oh. It's been an education for both of us.
Yeah. Now, the whole part, you got to form. I mean, once you cut, it's not like there's a hopper full of penises and a hopper full of vaginas. You just, Mr. Potato Vagina, you just pop stuff off and pop stuff on. Here's what you got to do. You cut something off, now you got nothing. You got to form it. You want a vagina where your penis is, you just got a bloody stump.
That's
now
nice.
you got to start forming a vagina. And the penis is even, oh, my God. All right. Oh, it hurts my teeth, Drew. It hurts my teeth.
Mr. Potato Vagina.
Mm-hmm.
Epiphany.
Epiphany.
Yeah, hi.
Is that your name?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a disaster. You're 16. What's up?
Well, I wanted to ask, like, 'cause I know, like, if it's legal for, like, a 16-year-old to date a 23-year-old kind of teacher guy, if you have your parents' consent, 'cause I met this one guy who I really...
hold on. Woo!
I'm checking the time.
We haven't heard one in a while here. Well, I guess I haven't been here in a while, so.
I need a pen, and I need a scratch pad
15,
so I
here
can
you go.
log this.
15.
No, it didn't come in at 15.
14?
It came in, I'm looking at the on-hold thing here. It came in at about 25 seconds into it, so should be coming anytime. Let's just be quiet a second, see if we can hear it.
Mr. Potato Vagina. It's running a little long.
Yeah.
There it
is.
was.
Okay, so that came in at 08. My new fascination is timing the beeps on the smoke detector with the low batteries.
Yeah.
All right, so let me just do some quick math here.
It was about 45 seconds, wasn't it?
I got it timed in somewhere about 42 seconds. 42 to 43 seconds.
45 to 50 will be good here.
So it came in at 08, so we should be looking at about
50.
52, 53.
All
Yeah?
right. Let's see. We got 40, 41.
All right, let's just be quiet and see if we can time it again.
Oh,
there we go.
it was, yeah.
40
exactly.
40
Thank you,
seconds.
Anderson. This is fascinating, too.
This has breathed new life into the show. All right, so
Adam,
yeah,
tell Drew about the one that we heard die.
We actually heard one stop that had been going. Well, you were gone, Drew. There was a smoke detector that was chirping about every 33 seconds because, of course, I paced it.
Yeah, of course.
And it was chirping about every 33 seconds, and it had been going on for over a month, maybe 2 or 3 months, and it died
She said a year.
while we're on the air.
A year.
All right.
You mean you heard the last beep, or did it make any weird sound, or just?
Nope, just the
stopped?
last one. Just heard the last one. Wait, we got one coming. Let's just slow it down. Where is it?
Right here. You know, I wonder if it went had one of those blocks. You know, we sometimes don't hear at this end.
Yeah.
That kind of sounded like that was happening.
I don't know. Epiphany?
Mm-hmm.
Did your smoke detector stop chirping?
Well, I took it off a while ago because it wouldn't stop making noise.
Well, what were we just listening to?
My smoke detector? I don't know.
Your smoke detector.
Oh, the one in my room doesn't work, so...
Well, what about that one?
What was that?
Epiphany?
Yeah.
What was that chirp we heard in the background?
There's never been a more ironic name for a human, I think.
I know.
But
that sounded like a smoke detector. Are you in a room with a smoke detector?
Yeah, but it doesn't work.
Yeah, but it's beeping.
Doesn't
chirping.
It beep every once in a while?
No.
Really?
I don't hear it. It never beeps no more since I took off the battery.
Okay, go stand next to it.
All right.
10 seconds.
All right. Let's see.
I'm standing.
Okay.
All right. See if she can have a little epiphany.
Oh, I heard it.
Okay.
You heard it. All right, so it is beeping.
I thought it didn't work.
All right. Hold on a second. We got to convene here.
Oh, my God.
We've hit a new low on this show. Like, we've talked to people, many. Oh, my God, have we talked to people. You, America, would be alarmed by the amount of people we've spoken to that have a smoke detector in their room, on the ceiling, over their bed, and it's been chirping every 33 seconds for 4 months. And they sit there, they brush their teeth, they go to sleep, they watch TV. It just goes by. This is the first time we've had somebody actually deny its existence.
Yeah.
It chirped 4 times on the air, and she thought the battery was out of it.
Didn't know what we were talking about.
She's completely blocked the smoke detector out of her mind.
Oh, my God.
I mean, do you realize that if my theory is correct about Epiphany, that I could get a guy, a drum major, a guy with a huge fur hat, and just have him play those tom-toms, just like high school, just like halftime.
Yeah.
I say
2 hours?
3 to 6 weeks, she tunes him out completely. And then we walk in and we're like, who's the drum major? She's like, what drum major? And he's doing nonstop drumline stuff. I think it would happen, Drew.
Oh, absolutely. There's
All
no
right.
doubt in my mind.
All right. I am appalled and amused all at the same time. We're going to take just a quick break.
What was that?
Anderson just did that. Epiphany, hang on a second. We'll get to all your problems after this. Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. All right. Now, when we left off, we were speaking to Epiphany. Epiphany is 16. We got so enthralled in her smoke detector that we never got to her problem, although I think she's dating a guy or wants to date an older guy. She's 16. I was very, very... very amused to find out that she thought her smoke detector, which is in her bedroom and chirps every 40 seconds, had the battery taken out of it a long time ago.
Vehemently denied.
That's right. Epiphany?
Uh-huh.
All right. Are you in the smoke detector room?
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
Didn't I just hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Epiphany.
Mm-hmm.
The smoke detector just takes a little 9-volt battery. Sold at almost any store. Maybe you want to replace it. No, that's something else.
That's the phone going dead.
Is the phone battery going dead?
Yes.
Oh, you'll never be able to use the phone again then. I mean, according to Epiphany's logic.
Give her logic, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she'd never be aware that there's a problem.
All right, Epiphany, you want to date a 23-year-old guy.
Uh-huh.
He's too old for you.
Why?
And he's your teacher also. If he does that, he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
Why?
Because he's your teacher, and teachers must maintain boundaries. That's important to the role. And if he can't do it, he's not worthy of the role, and he's a disturbed guy.
Yeah.
With the phone and the smoke detector.
Well, what if my parents agree to
Doesn't matter. He's a bad guy if he does it.
What if your parents agree to it?
Yeah.
Are your parents going to agree to that?
No.
He would have to come and talk to them.
Okay, Epiphany, what is going on? What century are you calling from? Are you calling from like turn of the century Mexico or something?
No.
Okay, you're 16. You live in Los Angeles. Your phone is running out of juice.
Yes.
You got a smoke detector going on. Listen, Epiphany, you need to focus on your smoke detector and your phone. This guy's too old. You date a guy your own age.
Focus on the class, the computer class.
Right, and don't get pregnant.
I know that.
I know you know that, but I say you're a high candidate. All right, I'm going to go before something else starts beeping over there.
Okay.
All right, baby doll.
Bye.
Take care of yourself. Don't get pregnant. Don't date him. And get a 9-volt goddamn battery, everybody. Look, here's how life works, everybody. I just want to say this to all the people that are driving down the freeways with belts showing on their tires. I want to say it to all the guys that are walking around with their ass hanging out of their jeans and all the people with the smoke detectors. And evidently, it's a majority of our audience who has smoke detectors going on. There's a certain maintenance involved with life. Yeah. You have to wipe your ass, which I do on occasion. Although I have a guy.
Even you do.
I have a guy for it now.
Yeah, of course.
But
we
sometimes
have that toilet.
on the weekend,
toilet
that washes my ass for me, the wiper broke. Oh. No, it sprays water in my ass. But I don't always get to crap at my own home, Drew.
Yeah, oh, no.
All right, here's the point. Once in a while, you got to pop a zit. You got to get a haircut. Yeah. You got to get your teeth clean. You got to take crap. You got to wipe yourself. You got to put some new tires on the car. You got to put a new battery in the smoke detector. You understand? Stuff wears out. It's all part of the sort of maintenance of life. Now, to most people, they just go down to the store. They don't buy one 9-volt battery. Here's the tricky part. Here's the part.
Oh, I'm listening. I got some notes. I got a pen. Okay.
All right, you ready?
All right. And slow down.
They buy half a battery. No. They buy 5 batteries.
Oh.
And they put them in the drawer. Because eventually, this battery will go dead as well. And you'll want to replace it without a trip to the store.
But what about all 5 are used up?
No.
They just let them chirp.
All 5? What are you talking about, Drew?
Nothing.
All right, well, quiet then. I'm going to write a book one day, Drew. Matt?
Yeah.
You're 20?
Yep.
What's up?
First, I'd like to say, Adam, I love Special Ed on Crank Anchors.
Yeah. Yeah, he's good.
And I'm also missing out on some great PSAs out here in Minneapolis.
Oh, really? What, you're missing out, or I'm missing
commercials,
out?
I guess.
Yeah, the commercials you got there in Los Angeles,
Yeah,
completely different. Like, we don't get any PSAs out here.
No PSAs. Well, yeah, what's my favorite?
The
airport?
Well, the
air
rough
turbulence?
and the air turbulence, yeah.
Yeah.
And the guy who's having a party.
I'm going to stay out of trouble.
Is going to stay out of trouble.
Yeah. Play that one here. Let's just have a little quick PSA party so people around the country can hear it.
You know
Come
what I'm
on.
doing? You know what I'm doing right now?
What are you doing
And I'm
right
literally
now?
doing this right now. I'm looking through new PSAs to replace these old ones because I can't take them anymore.
Let me just
literally
hear the
right
one.
now.
All right. Well, good. That's
Well,
good
that's strange.
timing.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's spooky. Now let me hear the one.
All right, I have to find it. Give me like a couple minutes. Talk to
You
Matt.
just gave us a piece of it.
That was a piece. It doesn't have the whole thing. I want Anderson. I want the air turbulence one, and then I also want the one where the guy's going to a party.
And how about the?
There's going to be booze there.
The
Got to be
computer
careful.
theft in the airport.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's an old one. I haven't heard that one in a while. All right. So anyway, Matt.
Yeah.
You want to know if it's paranoid, or does it seem, though, his relationship is falling apart? Oh, you think your
I'm not
relationship's
sure.
falling apart?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's just me or if she's just kind of losing interest, but, like, we've been going out for a little over a month now, and since then, school started up again, and I've had depression for quite some time, and it pretty much, like, relapsed the minute I got back to school. And since then, I've just been worrying a lot, wondering if she's into me anymore, because, like, at the end of the summer there, we were
Matt,
calling each other.
let me ask some questions.
Yeah.
Have you ever had sex with her?
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
Do you continue to have sex with her?
Yeah.
And when I say sex, I mean good old-fashioned fornication. Your penis has seen the inside of her vagina.
That is correct.
That is correct.
Yeah.
And you don't go to the same school.
No, she's across the border in Wisconsin, about 45 minutes away.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why you're depressed.
How often do you call her?
About once every 3 days. It's long distance, so.
And does she call you?
Not really, no.
No. Why doesn't? Do you ever ask her why she doesn't call you?
I haven't, no. I just figured because it's long distance.
Yeah. Well, do you get the feeling that if you didn't call her, you'd never talk to her again?
Yeah, a little bit. It just kind of seems like I'm just a fill-in guy.
All right, good. Well, here's the thing. Drew, you chime in, tell me what you think. But when you feel like you're starting to get shoot out of a relationship, I'm 100%, by the way, on that feeling.
Me too.
I've felt it numerous times in my own personal life.
Then I would go into ignoring it for 6 months.
Well,
I'm fighting against it fiercely, like a gladiator.
You don't get to ignore it because you're being pushed out. I mean, if you're feeling yourself
but that's when you
edged
get
out,
in your gladiator gear and you go fight it out, and then you're making excuses and you're rationalizing, and
right,
it's just nutty.
Right.
What if we called her,
Matt?
Because I think we get a very different point of view from her standpoint.
Really?
Yeah.
How about we give her a buzz, find out what's up?
I don't think she's awake.
I would be surprised if she even
probably underneath some guy
used the word boyfriend.
Yeah. She may not think of you as her boyfriend, Matt.
I've brought it up.
Well, then naturally she
as long as
concurs.
you've broached the subject, yeah.
Well, as long as the word emerged from your lips.
When is the last time you saw her in the flesh?
Sunday.
Couldn't imagine her leaving all Matt. How could you walk away from all this? Oh, buddy. Saw her Sunday. So, I mean, Drew, what day is it? Monday?
Yesterday?
Well, it's yesterday over there. 2 days ago in Central.
Across the international date line? It
was Sunday
because
afternoon.
Because it's 1 a.m. where he is, therefore it's 2 days ago.
Yeah. All right. Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm just kind of wondering if it's.
Yeah. What did you do on Sunday? Did you have sex on Sunday?
We held off because my roommate.
You and your
just kinda
penis.
walked in.
Yeah. Who walked in?
My roommate could have.
Oh, he could have.
Yeah, wasn't sure.
So we held
When
off.
has that stopped a guy in the past?
Never. Okay.
She didn't want to.
All right, Matt.
Yeah.
I think if you feel like she's getting out of this, I'd say you got to trust that feeling. I'll put Matt on hold.
Well, what happens when he asks her? Does he bring it up with her?
Nah, he's too scared to bring it up because he's not going to get a good answer. Guys do this thing where it's like, she kind of technically did not deny that she was my girlfriend at one point when she was drunk.
Right.
So from this day forth, she is my girlfriend
By technicality.
until like I'm served with a subpoena that says she's not. And if I see the guy with the subpoena, I'm going to run the other way screaming.
That's right.
She's she's backed out of this thing.
Yeah.
All right. Look, you can call her and just say, look, I need to know where we stand. And
Stuff
it
never works out, though. These distance relationships during college, they just don't work out.
But here's the thing, everybody. When you call somebody and you give them that I need to know where I stand speech, you have to make it easy for them. You can't do, I got to know where I stand because I really value this relationship and I would kill myself if anything wrong.
Yeah.
No, you got to say, look, I'm a big boy.
Yeah.
If we're broken up, we're broken up. I just want to know, are we broken up? Tell me straight out, and we'll go our separate ways.
Yeah,
no hard feelings.
What's your plan here? Yeah.
Right. Give them that speech, and you'll probably get the bad news. If not, and you give them the clingy thing, then you're just going to get the sort of waffly thing where it's like, well, it's just right now. I'm in a place in my life where... Jessica?
Yeah.
You're 19?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to stay out of trouble.
Oh,
You ready for
yeah.
that? Don't make me look for it and then not go to it.
Yeah. All right, hold on, Jessica. This is here's the situation. It's a national radio show, so all we ever hear is the local... No. All we ever hear is the national filler feed, and that's all public service announcements. Now, you guys who are listening to the show, you hear the show, you hear the local commercials for your local RV dealers and condom distributors and head shops and whatever else advertises on this godforsaken show in your own city. But what we hear is the national feed, and that's only PSA. So we hear the same annoying ones night after night for, it seems like years, maybe decades. Here's the number one. No, actually, this isn't the top of my S
that's what
list.
I got queued up. I got that one queued up.
You got the airplane
I got turbulence queued up, yeah.
Right.
Oh, you do? All right. So let's just examine this. And by the way, we're living in a time when there are many obstacles.
People are flying planes into buildings.
People are flying planes into buildings. People are dying of AIDS. There's not in this country, of course. There's all kinds of teen pregnancies. There's all kinds of STDs and diseases and many people dying in drunk driving accidents. But here's the PSA we have to hear every night.
What a tough thing your body is. It's built to withstand bending, pinching, tattooing, swimming, bumping, tickling, shaving.
Loud noises! All right, now stop it there for a second, by the way. First off, loud noises will make you deaf.
That's right. We're not meant to withstand that.
No.
First thing we're not meant to withstand.
We have ear protection for that.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so,
if you're in an industrial area, like you work out on a tarmac at an airport, you have to wear ear protection.
Lose your hearing.
Not meant for loud noise.
Meant to, yeah.
That's right. So and you could argue that many people die swimming too every year too. But let's not nitpick. Go ahead, Anderson.
Childbirth.
A
lot of people die
in that too. So okay.
All right, keep going.
Football.
No, not meant to withstand.
Never seen Joe Theismann get that compound fracture?
Yeah.
The tibia there?
I did see that. Yeah.
What was that? What bone was that?
Tib fib.
Tib fib.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And plus, probably 100 people die playing high school football around the country every year.
Again, body not meant to withstand.
And then the rest are just in many people put in wheelchairs, quadriplegics, paraplegics every year, and then just horrible, arthritis and bone diseases. All right, but go ahead, keep going.
Bad cooking.
Bad cooking. A lot of people die of food poisoning, I would say. Go ahead.
Rollerblading.
A lot of people get injured rollerblading. People keel over.
Company meetings.
People keel over rollerblading
There's something the
or
human
marathoning,
body
too.
isn't built to
All right,
withstand.
let's find out.
What could this be?
Unexpected turbulence.
Unexpected
Planes are built
turbulence.
to withstand that really well. All you have to do is wear your safety belt the entire flight.
Hold on a second. I got to grab a scratch pad.
No one's ever said that to me.
What did he say?
What's that belt thing he's talking about?
I think he called it a safety belt. Anderson, can you play that back? First he mentioned an airplane, and then I think he said a safety belt. Drew, I think the belt, it's like what you have in your car.
What? That's a seat belt.
Well, he called it a safety belt. This is confusing. It's important information, but it's confusing.
If there were safety belts on a plane, every time you got in the plane, somebody would say, "Here's how you use it, and you better, buckle up and leave yourself."
Yeah, you know what they might even do if they were smart? They would get a little safety belt mock thing that the stewardess could hold up and show you how to buckle it. And then you know what else they might do, Drew? I'll take it a step further. The people that manufacture the plane, they might put a little lit placard up on the thing that would show you when it was time to put the safety belt on. And then the
I've never
pilot,
heard it's outrageous.
I know this is
It's
crazy.
outrageous.
Pilot may talk into an intercom system that carries out there over
And
the
remind
plane and remind you to put the safety belt on.
Look, I fly a lot. I've never
seen
such
it.
a,
Never heard any talk.
Outlandish.
All you have to do is wear your safety belt the entire flight.
There's that word
so
again.
Next time you fly, stay buckled up
Hold
the
on.
whole time.
Buckle.
Because
Safety
after
belt.
all,
Yeah.
turbulence happens, and you're just not built for it.
Not built for
This
it.
message is a public
Okay.
Thank God he's told me that.
Yeah. How many
fly a lot.
people, Drew, have? And you're a doctor. You read the medical journals. Big problem with airplane turbulence in the
huge.
continental
All the
United States?
epidemiology literature just loaded with discussions about airplane turbulence death.
I
Huge.
mean, every
Huge.
time
I fly, I see another death.
Every time you go to the airport, you see someone being carried out of a plane, right?
Every time. Every
ambulance
plane,
backed
a
up
big
in
plane,
the plane.
sometimes 10 people come off.
How many people do you think died of airplane turbulence last year in this country?
Zero.
How many people do you think died playing football?
50.
Yeah. And bad cooking, childbirth, rollerblading.
Thousands.
Yeah, that's
Thousands.
right. That's right. So your examples far outnumber the big zero you have for the PSA that you're now making everybody listen to over and over again.
Well,
or maybe it's just me.
This sort of carries on the tradition of secondhand smoke.
Oh,
Yeah.
first-rate killer. First-rate killer. Millions of people die every year. I can't believe we have to listen to a PSA where they tell us to put a seatbelt on in an airplane. I can't. First off, they beat the crap out of you to put that seatbelt on. And they go a little nuts, too. Like, if the plane is taking off, and you've taken off. I mean, you've been in the air for 15 minutes, and you get up to take a squirt. It's like, sir,
Light's still on.
sir.
Seatbelt light is still on. And then they announce it over everybody else. You've been made an example of.
I know. Why don't they just do a PSA that says twice a day, sometimes more, if you've drank a lot of beer or iced tea, you're going to feel a sensation. It's called urination. You'll feel a pressure build up in your abdomen. What you'll want to do is go to a place called a bathroom, stand in front of a toilet, and relieve yourself. It's okay.
Because holding your urine, your body's just not made for it.
Not made for it. First-rate killer. All right. Not made for airplane turbulence, everybody. But football, no problem there. Jessica? Oh,
hey, what are you doing after the game?
Here's the one
Well,
I
there's a
like,
big
too.
party at Jason's. His parents are out of town, and there's going to be plenty to drink.
I think I'll pass.
You're going to pass up a party?
Well, it sounds more like trouble than a party.
Here's the real
Make
question.
the right choice.
What? You're in your late 30s. What are you in high school for?
Dangerous.
They couldn't get teenage actors? They got to get a bunch of guys?
I'm going to stay out of trouble.
That is the pussiest PSA I've ever heard in my life. I had a party over at Jason. I don't know, Davey. It sounds like trouble. What a wuss. And what did they do? Did they use, like, the engineer and the guy who wrote the script to voice over the thing? Like,
yeah.
Bunch of these guys were in their early 40s.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sounds like trouble.
It's Vic back in Chicago.
And by the way, what kind of PSA is this? Like, here's the deal. Some kid you're gonna get your ass kicked with this PSA. They're gonna do that thing where they put a bunch of soap in a pillowcase and beat the crap out of you because you're such a geek.
Yep.
Hey, Drew, there's a party this way. I don't know.
No. I don't know about that.
Why? We're going over to Cheryl's house.
Trouble.
There's gonna be booze there. Let me tell you something. There's booze everywhere. Hey, that airplane we were talking about? Booze. Flying bar. What are you supposed to do? I don't know. What do? You just sit down and you go, we got to figure out a way to get nerds not to go to party. Is there a cool kid in the world who goes to a party and slugs down a few Mickey's Big Mouths who's going to listen to his PSA and go, hey, you know what, dude? I was all wrong about the party scene. As it turns out, there might be beer there, and it doesn't sound like a good idea. All right. Let's thank you, Anderson. I always love those PSAs. Jessica, and God knows how much taxpayer money that costs us.
That's the ultimate outrage.
That's
again,
yes.
Okay.
It's
Don't do that. Don't go there.
Okay. All right. Jessica?
Yeah, hi, how are you, Adam?
Good, baby doll. You're 19. What's up?
Okay. I have two quick questions. Okay, when I was, I don't know, about maybe 6 years ago or 7 years ago, I first tried smoking weed. I never thought that, like, I'd eventually one day smoke any type of chemical, and I wanted to know, since I've been using crystal meth now for a while, I wanted to know what the really bad side effects can be, like how...
The most serious thing is it's very much, you're smoking crystal, it's very similar brain damage to dropping ecstasy. It destroys parts of the limbic system. Your brain cells are just gone. And
smoking it.
It's particularly smoking it, and it's a neurotoxin. It causes a dysfunction of the vesicles in the neurons that allow for the release of the dopamine and neurochemicals within the cell, and they become free radicals and destroy the cells.
It's not as dangerous as secondhand smoke, which is a first-rate killer, or flying without a seatbelt.
And so what we see in people that do this is they get chronic depression for the rest of their life and memory problems.
Jessica?
Yeah.
Yeah. So why are you smoking the crank?
I don't know. I guess I was just around it.
No, Jessica, you're an addict, and if this isn't going to stop unless you get some treatment.
Well, I've always kind of switched off on different drugs. I go through my phases. So,
Jessica, that is called crossover addiction.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to take my word for this. This isn't going to stop. You're going to have a lot of painful losses in your life unless you do something about this.
And it really, smoking, I could not think of something worse than smoking crank. I mean, just, let's face it, there's 1,000 drugs out there, and they're sort of, some are bad and some are worse and some aren't so bad, but smoking crank has got to be at the top of the S list.
Really?
So, yeah. And if you're smoking it,
I know, I used to say the same thing. I never used to be able to picture it, and then I guess I tried it, and it wasn't so horrible.
I know.
How addictive is it, though, like, percentage-wise?
Addictive enough for you to call this show and tell us you're smoking it.
You only have to be using it a couple times a week to have serious crystal addiction.
I use it every day.
All right, well, that's profound. So there you go.
Oh, well, what do you want to know?
Well, I guess I'm just trying to make sense of it.
Well, let me just tell you something, and everybody this. Like, people call and they're like, well, I never was one of those kind of people, or I never thought I would be, or I never did it seriously at first. Well, now you smoke.
Now you're in.
Crank every day. So that's where you're at now, and now you got to quit.
Couple you can't without treatment, but couple things happen. You'll start to get irritable. You'll start feeling as though you will not be able to exist without the drug. Like without it, you couldn't function, and that's a fantasy that most amphetamine addicts have. And then you'll start getting paranoid. You'll start believing your friends are talking about your family. You'll get very, very preoccupied with thinking about your friends and family and coworkers, and ultimately, people get very violent.
Mm-hmm. All right, but good times. Good times. Good times. Yeah. All right, so you get off that crank there, Jessica, and we're going to crank up a commercial break. What do you say, Drew?
Good times.
We'll be back after this. Everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191. We're just in the other room doing things we like to call liners in the radio business. That's where we do little shout-outs to the affiliates.
It's good times.
It's good times. All right. Let's get through some calls. What do you say there, buddy boy?
Let's go. Here we go.
Here we go. Michelle?
Yeah?
What's up?
Nothing much, you?
Feeling good, baby doll. What's your question?
Okay, well, I was with my boyfriend for 9 months, and I recently found these pictures in his room. of girls twisted up, cut up, decapitated, and apparently he masturbates to this.
Oh.
Perfectly normal, perfectly healthy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, are they actual photographs? Like,
They're not. He takes like pictures of women, and it's not gory or anything, and he just cuts them up and stuff.
What?
For example, he'll take like Britney Spears, and he'll take her into Photoshop and cut her in half or decapitate her or something.
but decapitate her, just like there's no blood.
Yeah, there's no blood.
Okay.
He says it has to do with magic or something.
Okay, but you understand, saying your boyfriend has pictures of mutilated women who are decapitated, that doesn't mean you just tore the magazine and their head didn't stay on the page, you goofball.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, I would hate to get directions from Michelle.
No, what I'm wondering is...
Decapitate.
Oh, my God.
What? What are you wondering?
I'm wondering is, can this be cured? Like, should he go to therapy or what?
We don't know there's a problem yet.
This sounds like bogus, and it sounds like...
No, this is really serious.
Is he into magic?
Yeah, like magic and illusion or something. He says that has to do with magic tricks.
So he's gay.
Magic tricks?
Yeah, you think he's gay.
What does slicing up pictures have to do with magic tricks?
No, well, have you ever seen the magic trick where women get sawed in half and stuff?
Yeah.
No, never. No,
He
not
says it
familiar
has to do with
one.
that.
Not the two I don't know is that one and the rabbit being pulled out of the hat.
That and then the one where the woman's suspended in the air, they put a hoop.
Never
across
seen it.
Yeah.
Don't know what you're talking about. So anyway, they cut the woman in half.
And somehow that's arousing to him.
Yeah,
How do you know he masturbates to it?
because he told me.
Why would he tell you?
Well, he needed to explain these pictures. I mean,
Well, there's a fetish for everything.
Hold on. Okay, let me explain to all the young males listening to the show. The last thing you do is admit to masturbation. If someone finds anything, it's always like, first, science project, some kind of project for school.
Study.
Second, you pin it on your buddy. Yeah, Ronnie left those. Third, family member. Yeah, dad, younger brother, older brother. Let me tell you where masturbate to is on the list. That's
never. It's in another universe.
You know, it's actually not on the list.
It's not
You're
on the
right,
list, yeah.
so wait, have you ever heard of this fetish? Any of you?
Not this fetish, but there are fetishes for everything. And for some reason, he probably, he
How old is he?
He's 20.
Associates this, sexuality with these.
Yeah, he said he's been into this since he was a little kid.
Yeah, that's usually what fetishes are.
I don't know. This smells like a deal breaker to me, Michelle.
As in, I should leave him.
I think so. First off, he's into magic.
Yeah.
Okay,
Are there other fetishes? I wonder.
Nah, she's not into her own question.
Yeah.
She's
sort of weirded out by the whole thing.
She just doesn't seem to have anything behind it. She doesn't seem interested by it. She's kind of laughing. She's not that interested. Repeating stuff out loud. Oh, you think he's gay? Like he's in the room?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't buy it. He admitted to masturbating. No guy
that's
does
weird.
that.
Yeah, that's weird.
Especially if you're with a chick you think you're going to freak out. No guy does that. Find some pictures of Britney Spears with her head missing. I beat off to that.
Yeah, no.
Oh, that's my excuse. Oh, those? Oh, those are just my jack rags with the missing heads? Sure. It's great. It's like telling your cops, that rope? Yeah, I use that to strangle my victims.
Yeah. Well, here's my heroin over here.
Yeah. Matt?
Yeah.
You're 18?
Yeah.
What's up?
I have a problem ejaculating while having sex.
Mm-hmm.
Any kind of sex, like oral or just regular sex.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could do it when masturbating or any. I mean, that's the only way I can do it.
Right.
But when having sex with my girlfriend or like oral sex or whatever, it doesn't matter how long, I'm not able to do it.
Are you on any medication?
No.
Have you never had a orgasm with a woman?
No.
Never have.
No.
You ever had a girlfriend?
Yeah.
And how long is the longest relationship you've had?
A year, and the one I'm in right now has been 7 months.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
And how often do you masturbate?
Depends the week. I don't know. Sometimes it's once a day, maybe.
Right. No problems there?
No problems with masturbating. Piece of cake.
How long does that take you when you're masturbating?
Depends on the...
I know it depends. How long?
10 minutes.
Well, hold on. That's why I can't stand her. How long does it take you to masturbate? Well, it depends if, let's say, my grandfather's corpse is leaned up against the door, and he has a rusty sprinkler key sticking out of his sternum, and there's he's wearing Nazi stormtrooper boots, and then I'm seeing my sister being violently raped by Hell's Angels. That could add 3 to 4 minutes to the whole thing. It depends. Everyone does that. And whenever I say to anybody, give me the average age of the person that attends your seminars. Oh, it ranges. Yeah. It ranges. We got people in the 30s. We got teenagers. Okay, so that looks like we're talking about 22 now, 23. You know what I mean? See, average.
Give me the average. Yeah.
That's what I want. That's why I ask. I know there's range. Matt?
Yeah.
Average time it takes you to be...
Average time. I'd say 20 minutes.
Oh. Wow, I hate to be there for a long session. I mean, there's got to be some that go up into the 90-minute range, right?
This may be just his...
Yeah, but I'm saying on average.
On average. 20 minutes.
Done pretty quick.
Is there anything...
20 minutes, not pretty quick.
Oh, really?
Well, I mean, here's the
not
thing.
Pretty quick.
There's two types of beating off.
Right.
There's the folks are out of town. I got nothing but time. It's just me and the VCR, and it's gonna be a long, slow dance.
Yeah.
And then there's
he smokes a lot of pot.
Yeah,
that's the deal here.
Then there's I'm at work and I got to squeeze one off, and I don't want anyone walking. I'm in a stall. Yeah. There's that high speed of that Mission Impossible Jack, and then there's I got nothing but time Jack.
So man, how much pot are you smoking?
I smoked a lot earlier in my years, like starting like.
Yeah, well, we still hear it. How much are you smoking now?
No, I quit smoking weed.
You did?
No pot.
What'd you do? Get busted?
No, it just it didn't. I didn't really have fun doing it anymore. Everybody else does.
And you didn't switch to something else?
No.
All right.
Nothing.
Well, good times.
You're not taking steroids or anything like that?
No steroids, no
nothing.
creatine, none of that.
Nothing.
All right, so that's just Matt's metronome.
Yeah,
that's his plumbing.
Yeah.
Takes him a while.
Has it always taken you a while?
About average 20 minutes or whatever.
Yeah. Your whole life. Your whole
I guess, yeah.
career.
I mean, some days it'll take longer or whatever, but...
I don't want to...
What do you say average, guys? Do you give an average for males?
Well, average for male, if he's just beating off, just trying to finish.
Yeah.
I mean, because if you're just sitting around, you're playing with your balls for 20 minutes before you go at your schlong, I can't count that. And then...
Average, not on a me day.
If your goal when you make contact with your penis is to have an orgasm, most guys, surprisingly, 3-4 minutes.
3 to 5. That's what I'd say.
No problem.
3 to 5.
And an amazing number of guys like 90 seconds.
Wow.
Oh yes.
Wow.
Impressive.
Oh yes. Oh yes. That's right. And I got it documented too, Drew.
Ninja penis.
That's
okay,
right.
Yeah.
All right. But it's years of training, my friend. Don't try that at home.
Oh, the powers of concentration and will. It's
got to be strong.
Remarkable.
Yep. All right. So Matt, here's what you need to do. What position are you in when you masturbate?
Usually sitting down.
Sitting down.
Yeah.
Maybe he needs to adopt
sitting
the Carolla method.
Like on the toilet.
On a chair.
Sitting on a chair. Here's the problem. See, when you have sex, that's not the position you're in.
Right.
What about if you got a BJ in that same position?
Yeah, same thing. I've tried that too. Yeah.
Same chair?
Doesn't work?
Yeah, same chair.
Dad's favorite chair?
Doesn't work?
Yeah, you got it.
Drew, you're going to have to go over your house with a woods light pretty soon. Hit it with a black light. See what's going on.
All right. The cat pee.
All right. Matt, I don't know that there's much we can say about this problem other than...
Practice.
You're 18.
Yeah.
You'll have fun with your girlfriend. You'll work it out. You'll bust one colossal nut, and then you'll break through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he'll figure it out.
Right.
You usually tell them to get in the same position as when they're masturbating.
Yeah. Although the guys who sit down and beat off...
It's a mystery to you,
huh? I can pull it off now. I'm actually starting to work with a walker now because I'm planning for the future. I'm not going to be spry. You know what I mean? My whole life.
Yeah.
I'm going to be just willy-nilly beat
I wonder
off
what you're
in
doing
the
with
shower.
that little scooter, the little wheelchair scooter.
Yeah, that's what I use.
That's good.
All right. I like the walker ones with like that have like the hand brakes on them now and the basket. They're really these walkers are just they're turning into vehicles. They got little brakes, they got little bells, they got little baskets.
Yeah.
And by the way, you know my contention on that stroke cane, the cane with the 4 legs on it, not a cane. If it stands up by itself, not a cane.
Good point.
You're in the walker family.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to take a little break. We'll be right back. Hey, everybody. Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Let's get back to those phones. What do you say, buddy?
All right.
Let's do some good. Jennifer,
Yeah.
you're 24.
Yeah.
You had an abortion 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
You want to know how soon you can have sex again?
Well, I just started, when I went in, they gave me birth control pills, and I've been on them since, not this Sunday, but the Sunday prior, and I just wanted to know if it was safe, if I'd be protected if I had sex.
Which pill are you taking?
It's new. I don't, Yamsin?
Yasmin?
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Yasmin.
I'd have to go look at the package.
Usually you take 2 cycles, the second cycle before you're considered covered.
Okay, so...
Rule of thumb.
What's a cycle?
Like
Yeah.
a month? Month of pills.
So
Just
if I
rule of
had
thumb.
sex tomorrow and it was unprotected, should I go and get, like, the morning after pill
Nope.
to be safe? No?
You should probably not have unprotected sex tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well-
Just wear a condom.
Okay.
Just add a condom. That's it.
God bless you, Jennifer. You're willing to get right back on that horse.
Okay.
You just had an abortion, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the doctor said that it would be okay to have sex. And I
It is
feel
okay. Listen, it depends how safe you want to be.
Well, I don't want to be pregnant again.
Right. I
The
think it's best to
doctor
wait.
said it'd be okay to have sex again, but maybe he was referring to the abortion, not to the
contraception.
Well,
Right.
of course, yeah. He didn't say that I wouldn't get pregnant again.
Right.
Do you see the?
Yeah.
You see the
He
point
didn't
I'm
advise
making?
you to use a condom for the first month that you were taking your pill?
No, he didn't say anything. I asked him about that, and he said, nope, you can start having sex in 1 week. And I said, okay. And he said, I'm not saying that you can't get pregnant again. But that's the biggest concern. But
I don't understand the
Okay,
condom.
Jennifer, let me just try to dissect this.
we're on the same wavelength.
Not sort of. Not really, though.
We're not understanding what the doctor
The
meant.
doctor said it's okay. Okay, let's forget abortion.
Okay.
Let's forget abortion. Let's just say you
got the pills.
No, quiet down. Let's just say you stepped on a rake and it hit you in the coos.
Okay.
Okay? And the doctor checked it out. And the doctor said, yeah, you'll be okay in a week to have sex again.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Yeah.
That means your coos will be sufficiently healed in this doctor's opinion so that you can have sex again. But it doesn't mean you're not going to get a venereal disease or pregnant or anything like that.
Exactly.
Right. So you're telling us the doctor said it's okay for you to have sex again, but we're telling you, but not with the birth control. That's a separate issue.
If on the other hand,
That's
he
what
had
my question was.
Yeah, and if on the other hand you'd gone to him and you said, I want contraception, he said, here's your birth control pill, use a barrier during the first month, and then you're covered.
Okay, and that's what he didn't explain to me, and that's why I called.
Right, I think that'd be the best thing. It's not 100%, but you want to be very safe.
I'm still unclear whether she was talking about the abortion or the pill.
The pill.
What was he talking about?
What was he
referring to?
He performed the abortion, right?
You know, I don't know. I was so doped up, I have no idea.
But he was the doctor you were talking about who prescribed you the pill.
Exactly.
Okay, well, then that's fine. All right, knock yourself out. All right, you understand that was confusing, though?
Yes, very confusing.
All right, let's talk to J.D.
Hi.
J.D., you're 25. You're calling from Alaska.
What's up?
That's right. Dr. Drew, I was wondering if a doctor, I don't know, possibly yourself, would prescribe Viagra, like just a one-time sample, so that you could make a dildo for your girlfriend.
Mm-hmm. You mean so you could have a sustained erection yourself, so somebody can make a clay mold?
Well, sort of. I guess there's this website out there that, like, you can send out for this kit, and they'll send it to you, and it's got, like, this stuff that, like, dries in 5 minutes. and then you like make a plaster cast of it and then send it back.
Of your penis.
Yeah. You send it back to them, and then they make a mold.
We've really advanced as a species, haven't we?
Certainly.
You
have.
miss your husband, so we're going to leave his penis behind here for you.
I got Ron Jeremy's penis at my house. He actually gave me when he was
you
here.
Scared your housekeeper, didn't
Well, she found it. What are you going to do?
Man, what did she say?
There's a language barrier, so it'll never be cleared up. It's just she knows she found a 10-inch dildo in my bedroom, and I'm sure she thinks like I'm an accountant or something. Like I don't think she has any idea what goes on or what I do, or she couldn't possibly think, oh, this must be Ron Jeremy's penis, and it was probably given to Adam because he was a guest on his show and he brought it home for some sort of novel reasons. No, she just thinks I'm cornholing that thing.
Yeah.
But good times.
Hey, by the way, I was at your house today. I saw the guy whose son is Gordo.
Oh, nice. Electrician. Nice.
Boss's amigo. I said, yeah, amigo. Oh, good. He took my hand.
Oh, yeah. He's my friend, yeah. You're my friend. Well, theoretically.
He calls you boss, though, huh?
Yeah, I like that. Well, I'm usually called Jefe.
Jefe, that's what it was. Jefe,
yeah.
amigo.
Called Jefe and Maestro, or Maestro, which is nice, too, the Maestro. Yeah, Jefe, Maestro, it all works for me. JD?
Yeah.
All right, so how much is this kit?
It's like $25 for the kit.
$25. And so you get it, you put your hard penis in a mold, and take an impression of it.
What's this going to do for your girlfriend?
I don't know. You know, I thought she's been wanting a vibrator or a dildo, and you know, had gone to the shop, and she's kind of like, well, I want one that's like yours, you know, yada,
Yeah,
yada.
well, just get a small one.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, just get a medium-sized one and cut it in half. All right. Listen, JD's tired of my penis insults. Go ahead and do it. But, yeah, what about that, Drew? What about Viagra for novelty sex toys? Is there a market for this? How's this work?
You mean in order to be a model for novelty sex toys?
Listen, here's what you got to do. JD, do you have a doctor in Alaska?
I mean, I could get one. That's my question: is would a doctor prescribe like a one-time sample for something like that?
You could probably wrangle one off. Don't tell him it's for the dildo kit.
Yeah.
Well, what are you going to tell him it's for? Like one-time use? I'm having trouble. I'm 25.
Just tell him you've had a little difficulty in that department and you want to know if this is for you or not. So if you just give you one, you'll try it and see how it works. That's fine. And you guys, what do you guys do? You have you don't have doctors. You have shaman, right? You have like medicine men, like a Eskimo guy with a bunch
guys in igloos,
pelts on him, and he sits there. He's got that big moon face, you know, and he's just Nanook, head sticking out of the parka. Talks like an Indian. Rubs you with like some seal blubber oil or something like that. No, hit you. You one. No, hey. No! You got to yell every once in a while. No, hey. Hey, Drew, whatever happened to loud noises causing an avalanche humor?
Oh, that's a good one.
Right.
Good one. Shh. Yeah. It's going to be that.
What are you talking about? Shh. You'll cause an avalanche. Next thing you know, gun would go off or he'd step into a bunch of pots and pans.
Good one.
Yeah. Avalanche humor. Yeah, you kids. You've not been raised on avalanche humor like me and Drew. 3. All right. Katie?
Hello?
You 15?
Yeah?
What's up?
Oh, my God, hi.
Hey.
Okay. You want me to tell you my problem?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the other day, I cheated on my boyfriend. And I kind of like the guy that I did it with, but I don't know, because I think he's in it just for sex. Because he was always telling me how pussy-starved he is, and like,
why were you with that guy?
well, I don't know. He kind of engulfed me in him.
He engulfed you in him?
Yeah, like, I don't know. He
Listen,
was like
Katie,
a breeze.
Here's the whole thing, Katie.
Huh.
I smell trouble for young Katie. You're 15. You're already kind of using your sexuality and using guys. It's going to be trouble. You're going to get used up. You're going to get spent.
Yeah.
You got some issues with guys. Daddy didn't pay attention to you. Where'd Daddy go? Was he just at work all the time, or did he leave?
Daddy's just a jerk.
He's an idiot. Yeah.
But is he around?
Yeah, he's around.
Yeah, it's funny. I got the Daddy around, but Daddy too into golf and his work to pay attention to Katie. Now Katie's got to make everyone Daddy and get them all to pay attention to her.
Yeah, she got get exploited too, though.
She's 15. She got boobs and a butt, and everyone looks at her now. And now it's your time to shine. But look, Katie, it's not a good way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't work out.
I know.
So you're going to have to sort of find your sustenance somewhere else, your self-esteem.
Right.
Now, you have a boyfriend?
Yeah.
How's that relationship going?
That's going great.
We were fine for we were going out, not going out, but we were talking about going out for a while, and then he quit calling me for 3 weeks because he was moving and just depressed and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And
Is this when you cheated?
No.
But it was payback.
Yeah, for that.
Yeah.
No, it was his birthday, actually.
You cheated on your boyfriend's birthday?
Yeah.
Hey, baby, I got you crabs.
I know, it was an accident. I didn't mean to happen. And
All right. Well, look, if you're in your boyfriend, don't tell him. Did you tell him?
No.
Are you planning on it?
No, I don't know. I was thinking about it because I still really like him.
It'll come out.
No, you're trying to push him away.
Yeah, you're chaos.
Yeah,
you're
you need
looking to get out.
Some drama.
You're stirring the pot.
That's what everyone keeps telling me.
Right, because everyone's right. You got to start listening to everyone. Listen, everyone. Listen to everyone.
Yeah, when everyone tells you something, there's a reason for it.
Yeah, when people do that, everyone thinks I'm stuck up, but they don't know. No, you're stuck up. Yeah. Everyone thinks I'm an asshole, but they don't. Yep.
Stop right there.
Anytime it starts with everyone, that's fine. Or who cares? It's everyone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what if you were the only person who thought you were attractive, but everyone thought you were unattractive? Guess what? You'd be unattractive. Yes?
Yes.
Thank you. We'll be back. Hey, yo. Loveline. Well, that's it. We're going to take a little extendo break. I'm going to 22 hours worth.
Nice.
Show felt short tonight.
Yeah, it was a good show, huh?
No, it's because I got here 20 minutes late.
Oh, that's right. It was short for you.
Yeah.
But we finally hit our stride again. We're back.
Yeah, we're back.
Yeah.
Me and Drew are back, everybody. Tell the world. And we'll be back tomorrow. And I'll be 18 minutes late. But we'll be back. Now I'm co-hosting with guest co-hosting on Jimmy Kimmel's show all week long. So what I'm going to do tomorrow, I'm going to call as soon as I jump in the car.
No, we were fine without you. I had a
good time. You were fine. Oh, yeah, we got Virtual Adam.
Of course.
We're done. We're good. All right, Anderson, you man that Virtual Adam tomorrow. Drew's going to sock the mic. What are you going to do? What do you do for the 22 hours you don't get to sock the mic on this show? Do you have like a styrofoam mic hanging from your rear view so you can keep the reflexes like a speed bag?
Absolutely.
Yeah, keep the eye, buddy. You got to stay sharp. Did you bring a practice punch mic with you when you were in Canada?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
How would I keep so sharp?
All right. So, until next time, it's Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
Oh, I heard it.
Okay.
You heard it. All right, so it is beeping.
I thought it didn't work.
This has been Loveline. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for Loveline is Ann Ingold. Loveline is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.